This video brought to you by Don Christensen.
As we were going through the design process, we knew we wanted something very special in the front lobby as a piece of artwork, something different than just a painting that we could purchase somewhere. And I had the privilege of being very familiar with Sister's work on campus at Lourdes College and had the thought that maybe this would be a wonderful addition. And that came really with the thought of it would be a very tactile piece. So it could be enjoyed by both folks with vision impairments as well as our sighted guests who came into the building.
The first thing I do is go wherever anybody has commissioned anything. We go there first and we talk to the people there to see what they're thinking, what they want. If they have some idea, we try and go along with that idea. Sometimes they don't. They just open it up to us. And so we try and talk to them and see what we think would be the something that would be appropriate for them. Well, the first thing that came to mind, of course, was Helen Keller. So we thought we would look up something, an appropriate saying of hers.
And there are so many wonderful quotes and testimonies from Helen Keller that we knew we could combine into a piece.
And then I make a design, and I do it quite detailed too, so they know exactly what it's going to look like. It's almost like stained glass in a way, because where you have the leading in the stained glass, we have the grout joints in here. And that's why, if you notice that I try and keep the lines going so that it emphasizes the design. So and even if it's around the Blessed Mother too, every piece is trying to cut that way so it looks like it fits into the pattern.
It was totally her thought to do something in Braille on the piece also. We read with their hands, but the addition of the Braille from Sister was a wonderful addition.
We were very happy to do that. We were so delighted to be asked to do that piece because we just felt that we're helping somebody, that way. And I think that's the feeling we have for most of the pieces we do. We wanted to not just be an art piece, we wanted to be an inspiration for people. We want them to look at it and think of something better, We had, we were so careful about that, about the Braille, though. We didn't want to say something that was offensive, So we had them read it to a, who knew Braille, checked on us to be sure we had the right things down. There is a glare sometimes on these pieces because they're so shiny. So it's hard to get the right kind of lighting. If it's outside, it works very well because the light's coming from all over. But when it's inside, sometimes it's a little difficult to see if there's a glare on it. So I like to try and keep some pieces without the glaze so that that takes up some of that glare, and the material itself is so good. We like the material that we use. The clay that we use was very good. And so we like some of that to unify the piece too. Because every place where there's a joint, then that'll be a dark clay or a dark grout. What's pieces in between that carry through that same idea. Like sometimes we have a line going through the piece, and so that it carries through the color. The color of the clay goes through with it. And that's those unglazed pieces help unify the piece that way.
Certainly the process was a wonderful, easy process. Working with Sister was so magnificent. We knew when we wanted to do a grand opening, and she was very upfront with us from the beginning that we will try our hardest and we think we can meet that date, but we'll see. Hopefully it'll work. And it absolutely did work and was wonderful to be able to unveil the piece at our grand opening and have Sister there with us.
And we appreciated being invited to that too, because we like to see the results. We like to see the reaction of people looking at this too. And hopefully it's going to again inspire them in some way too. And it's the beauty of the piece too, and we really want them to appreciate it. And they show their appreciation that way. So we're very happy to be there to see that kind of thing too.